Not that I'm going to put my head over it or anything. Hello, hello, I am Bets Golden. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to be doing a little wine bag again. I did one last Sunday. I was not planning on doing this. However, I got the funniest idea ever. So here I am. This is by Artistry and it's a burlap polyester bag. So you can transfer your images on it like really well with sublimation markers. The only thing is you have to iron it first to shrink it down. Otherwise, when you're sublimating, your image will stay the same size and your substrate, the wine bag, will start to shrink and then you get a ghost image. If you want to know more about that, go check out the video that I posted last week when I did the 2020 Club Member Survivor wine bag, and I talk about that. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Just iron your bag, make sure it's shrunk down, and you're good to go. So for this one, I am going to be first putting on these little flowers. I love them. It's a Picket Fence Studio stamp called Rosa Eden Roses. So pretty. And I just used my sublimation ink in black, the stamp pad, and then I just colored it in with this package, and it's their gnome set, the Gnomy Botanicals, but it's really like really pretty autumn colors, so I use some of these on this. And you want to take some of your silicone paper. Don't use wax paper for this. Wax paper is meant for cold cuts, not for heating up. The silicone paper has been specifically designed for sublimating, so it can withstand heat and it is safe. So I'm not concerned about breathing in a whole bunch of bad stuff. This has been developed by chemists. I did a really bad job cutting that down. And I'm basically going to stuff my bag with this first. And then from here, I will go ahead and tape down my first image. Because like I said, I'm going to be doing a layering technique. It's super sassy. So you're going to want to stick around and see what I put on it. All right, so this one goes in here. If you have parchment paper, I get that all the time. Will parchment paper work? Yes, it will work. It's not the best, but it will work for you. The silicone paper you can use a couple times as long as none of the sublimation ink gets transferred on it. You're good to go. So I like the silicone paper for this because it's been created for it. And all right, so that's down. I'm now going to take this and just line it up like so on just about right here using my heat resistant tape. Now that this is all taped down, take another piece of the sublimation, and we are just the sublimation paper, silicone paper, and we're going to place this on top of the substrate or on the wine basket or the wine bag. And now I'm going to take my iron and press it for 3 minutes. So you want to add some pressure to really get that vibrancy to pop through. And I am using an iron that does not have any holes. I need to lift this up because I didn't get this area over here, and I need to set it down for another 3 minutes. And I'm actually going to move that off because some of the ink got on and I don't want it to transfer the image. So I'm going to move that off over there, and I'm going to sublimate this part right here. Let's go ahead and start to remove this. Now this down here is still super hot. Since this is a fabric substrate, it's not going to stay as hot as like a metal tag would, but we still want to take some care as we remove our piece of copy paper. That's what I did the images on. I always work on copy paper with this, and also my heat resistant tape, because this down here, I can feel the heat rising. So I definitely want to be careful around that area. Let's just see what we got here, and then we'll go on to our title. That's sublimated beautifully. Look at how pretty that color is. I did the green clover and the mustard from the Nomi Botanical set. All right, so now we're gonna work on the title. Now this is where it is gonna get sassy, y'all. All right, bear with me, okay? First of all, I didn't get this ready to go down first because I wanted to show you something. When this is being colored in, this E right here, do you notice how there's some ink there that shouldn't be there? Instead of tossing the whole thing, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our heat resistant tape and we're just gonna cover up that flaw. And that will not let that portion be transferred onto our wine bag. All right, that's nice and covered. And then I do, like, this is adhesive, so that's okay. But there is some ink right here that I want to cover up as well. I think it's ink. And then there's some on that side too. So this is how you can kind of troubleshoot on your project that you want to transfer. If some of the sublimation ink just got in spaces you don't want it to, just use your heat tape, and that will keep it from substrating to your project. The other option is, since you are only doing this on copy paper, you can totally just start over again, and you're not going to be out anything other than copy paper. So it's super simple to do. And I'm going to just take this now, and I'm actually I want to kind of cut this down because I don't like the spacing on that. So I definitely want to make these a little bit closer. So I'm going to cut these down. And now I'm going to just take this and line it up. I'm going to take a fresh piece of paper, fresh piece of silicone paper on this one, just because the other one did have ink and I just didn't want to risk it transferring onto my image. We're going to put that iron down on it for 3 minutes. And hit that spot. I'm just going to move my silicone paper a little because, again, I can see I don't know if you can tell, but I can see where the ink is on it, and I don't want to transfer it. So I'm just going to hit this right here. All right, moment of truth here. Woo, hot. See? Don't do as I do. So there you go. And look at that. It sublimated beautifully over that one spot. It layered so nice. All right, you guys, I certainly hope that you enjoyed this video and it made you giggle and nobody got offended. Please don't get offended. It's all in good fun. I couldn't help it. It's a wine bag. I mean, I couldn't help it, you guys. You know how it is. Anyway, if you're interested in anything I used, I do have the artist spree link provided down below. You also can save 10% over there for my subscribers. Just use BETZ10. That'll get you 10% off of everything in the store. And this is only available for the month of January, but the technique that I use can be used on a multitude of blanks that they have. Until next time, I'm Betsy Golden.